Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Holly with the Nestled Valley Farmhouse, and today we are going to do our May menu and restocks. So kind of towards the end of the month. I was hoping to do it sooner, but it just seems to work out about that last week of April. It's the last week of April, last week of the month, I kind of start working on the next month's menu plan. So I've been really focusing on getting back into, or focusing on seasonal eating. So I try to see what kind of sales are going, what meat we have in the freezer that needs to get used up. So kind of our current schedule, we got the meat birds in mid-March, end of March. And we, so we got our meat birds a little bit later than planned, but still kind of on my mental schedule. So we'll be processing our chickens in on the 11th of this month. And so my goal for the next week is to use up as much of the chicken that we have left. We're actually doing pretty good on that, but I go through, I do a little quick inventory. I didn't really show it. I probably should maybe the next month of what we have in our freezer, what we have in our pantry, to kind of get an idea. And I try to kind of build our meals for the most part off of things like that. So I generally have a fully stocked pantry for things that we actually use versus just kind of whatever's. I am kind of starting to rebuild a bit of a stockpile, not because I'm afraid anything major is going to happen, but sometimes, you just kind of follow trends and you want to make sure that you just have a few things for a rainy day. So, and I have discovered, just personal tip, is that in May, June time, a lot of the grocery stores will have discounts on their canned goods, especially canned beans, canned vegetables. And so that is kind of when I like to buy a lot of these things, because it's a lot it's a lot cheaper generally. I think right now, I think I was looking at beans at our local Walmart. They're normally $1.50 a can. They're actually down to 68 cents. So I'm actually going to be stocking up on already pre-canned beans, just to have on hand, because those are things that I use a lot in my recipes. And they're also things that in an emergency, you can whip them out. They're already cooked. You can just eat them cold. They won't taste good, but they'll at least be filling, right? So, yeah, so I kind of use this, I view this as the same as kind of seasonal eating. I kind of slowly start to replenish a lot of my fall, winter stock about this time, depending on how quickly we go through it, because we kind of have, the goal was eventually, we started just kind of building a stock, but now I really want to focus on rotating that stock. So trying to use up all these things, and I'm finding different times of the year. So spring, we do meat chickens, on an ideal year. Spring, we would do meat chickens. We finish them up kind of before gardening season. And then through the summer, late spring, early summer, I start really looking into, or I said, right now I'm looking into canned items, things like beans, canned vegetables, canned condensed soups. If you cook with those a lot, they generally go on sale around this time of year. That's kind of what I've noticed. And so I just replenish my stock from that has been depleted from last year. And then, the goal is through the summer, we eat as much from the garden as we can. And then probably come August, I'm going to start doing some canning of our tomatoes. I want to try to make some tomato sauce this year. There's a local farm that I can get bulk fruit, and I did that last fall, and I'm going to probably do it again, do peaches. I guess it was end of summer. Did peaches, apples, and did all those things. So I'm currently making some dried baked beans. We're going to be doing burrito bowls tonight. So these are just black beans. I'm putting in a bunch of seasonings, and then I'm just putting water, and it's 6 cups of water, and then you cook it on high in your crock pot for 6 hours. And to be honest, these are the best beans, and they turned out so good. I actually did really good. Sometimes I don't season them well enough, is the best way to say it. And I use kind of beef seasonings, because that's Montreal steak, and it turns out really well. So 6 cups, 6 hours, set it and forget it. And then I just cooked up some rice and just had rice and beans and all the toppings for burrito bowls, and they were delicious. I also made tortillas. So here's my tomato plants. They're doing okay. The cats keep knocking them over. It's making me so mad, but I'm doing the best I can. So here you can see, this is our chest freezer. I have a couple hams in there that I bought last fall. You can see the bottom of the freezer. It looks like I have one more whole chicken. I have a lot of stock chickens left, so I got to heat those up. And there's our meat chickens growing fast, getting ready to be chicken dinners here in a few weeks. So yeah. So now I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to do my menu plan. I use my planner to kind of get my calendar. Yes, I'm a dork. I make the calendar myself because I'm too lazy to print it off, and it's easier, I guess, for me. So what I normally do, I've said it before, I'll say it again, static lunches and breakfasts. I've actually changed it up a little bit. Another way I'm trying to focus, so our chickens are laying a lot of eggs, so I've been focusing on trying to do more meals that include eggs. We have tried to sell our eggs, but the truth is around here, there's so many other farms that it's just really, really competitive. So of course we have friends and family that will give eggs to, and that's worked out really well. And then that way we can kind of keep, but like our chickens are laying like gangbusters, which is really nice. So my husband's actually taking eggs to work, but we also, like I said, we're trying to use them up. I've thought about water glassing eggs, and that's how you can like store them for long term, but I'm just really intimidated by that. So I just have not even tried. But yes, and baby girl was very upset. She's teething, so she had to, like, this is part of mom life. You just kind of have to deal with what comes with. And kiddos, my oldest was upstairs, or not my oldest, but my older child that was home, she was upstairs playing. So sometimes they need some mama time, and that's okay too. So I'm getting the menu all finished up, and then I'll be writing in the dates, and then I will look at Pinterest for my meals and then fill in my calendar. All right, so a quick rundown. Sorry, I have a cold, so my voice is a little wonky. So we have our normal static breakfast and lunches, Sundays Sundays muffins. I've started making bagels for the kids on Mondays because it's easy. Cereal, pancakes, toast or French toast, cereal again, and then we do crepes now because we have a bazillion eggs. So basically, I'm following the same theme. My husband's birthday's coming up, so we're doing a birthday barbecue and then his birthday dinner, which will probably be pierogies because that's his favorite. But other than that, leftovers are left for Sundays because we're so busy on Saturdays. I have a lot of crock pot, or I have some simple like chili dogs, cheeseburgers that are simple, easy meals that I can whip up in like 20 minutes or less. Friday is always a variation of pizza right now, stromboli and pizza, because those are the kids like. Thursday, because it being May, I'm adding in some Caesar salad, some Melrose, or what is this? But yeah, Melrose chicken. It's one of my favorite dishes. Just kind of more soup, wholesome-y stuff. Same on Wednesday, meatloaf, fried chicken, got spaghetti, and then a roast chicken. And then kind of Taco Tuesday, we got tacos, burrito bowls, nacho casserole, enchiladas. And then birthday dinner, of course, Korean beef bowls, chicken fried rice. Yeah, we're going to do a birthday dinner and General Tso's chicken. So we'll do another birthday dinner, don't worry. So many birthdays. We have 3 spring kind of birthdays in our family, so it's always kind of busy. So I've also structured our menu we're doing a lot of chicken dishes, especially in the beginning of the month. I might even, because I was planning on canning. Hey. I was planning on canning a bunch of chicken. I just haven't gotten to that yet. I'm hoping to maybe do that next week. The problem is we've just been with Little League, the schedule changes every week, which is really stressing me out. It's one thing to have, like, at basketball we had a set schedule, so I'm trying to figure out how to work around it, and it just makes it really hard because the mental stress of like trying to remember when their games or when their practices are is really stressing me out. But I'm working through it, and so I'm planning on either canning or freezing. I might cook a bunch of chicken. I have a bunch of like stock chickens still left over that I just haven't gotten through. So I think I might just like fill my stock pot full of as many of them as I can make and let it simmer with leftover vegetables and stuff that doesn't go in the chicken bucket, and let it just make a big pot of broth, and then probably debone as much as I can and throw those in like freezer bags just for like quick thaw, and you already have cooked chicken, because I think that's my biggest thing right now is trying to like use up the chicken in the freezer. I showed you before, we don't have a lot left, but I want to get as much cleaned out, because on the 11th of May is when we're planning on processing our chickens. They'll be 8 weeks old at that point. So we'll get a whole fresh 50 some odd, I think it's 51 that we bought 60, lost a few, and so which is normal. So yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of chicken dishes to kind of trying to use up my pantry for the month of May. So hopefully I can figure out how to work it. My kids like chicken salads. I'll be making a lot of like chicken salads that are just gonna also be kind of a quick, easy lunch meal or lunch or dinner ideas if I need. So that's our menu for May. So now I am going to be reloading my pantry. So I kind of do one big restock for a lot of the things. Things like flour, of course, I'm stocking at least twice a month, if not more. And I need to start doing that with the pancake mix because I find that I've been doing the bulk pancake, muffin, waffle mix. It's amazing. I love it. The only issue is, of course, I always have to like do it at least twice, but like twice or maybe even 3 times a month because we do a lot. We do muffins on Sundays. We used to do waffles. Now we're doing crepes. So that kind of changes us up. And then we also do pancakes on Wednesdays. I really do like having kind of the static meals. It really helps me know what to cook. It helps keep my budget a little bit more on the affordable side, if you know what I mean. We've had birthday parties. We actually have one more birthday party coming up in May. So we got a lot going on over here. And I mean, it's fun. It's exciting. But of course, trying to like keep our budget on track can be a little stressful sometimes. But you know what? We're working through it. We're doing all right. But I feel like really the buying in bulk has really helped me the most. The macaroni I buy in 2-pound bags from Walmart because it's the cheapest I can find. I know a lot of people can find bulk other places, but that's just been what has worked for us. And I can always like grab like a few bags here and there whenever they go on sale or whenever I get low. So that's kind of what I do. I keep beans, rice, flour, sugar, and macaroni kind of in these big 5-gallon buckets with the food lids on them, and they seem to work really well. And then I have, of course, my smaller containers that go into my big pantry, and that's where everything goes. So I'm going probably through flour the most because I do cook a lot from scratch whenever I can. So I actually have 2 buckets of flour, and then I always have an extra up on my tall shelf too. So I'm making the pancake mix again. I can't remember the first original mix I made that I can make like 12. It's like 12 cups of flour, and so it's like a really big bulk thing, but I was low on baking powder, so I only did 8 cups this time. But yeah, I really like doing it. It's really easy. It's something that I can just scoop up, especially like when we're busy school mornings and doing pancakes, and then even on Sunday mornings can get a little hectic because I got to get kids ready for church and stuff. So I am working on trying to do like a Saturday evening routine that'll kind of help alleviate Sunday, but I just haven't quite gotten there yet. So yeah, just getting everything all worked together for the pancake / muffin / waffle mix. And of course the kids wanted to help, so I let them help a little bit because, you know, I try to encourage that. So I got everything all done that I wanted to get done today. I'm very happy. So thank you guys so much for watching as I drink my cold coffee, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.